What's good? What's good? I have to go dig some holes and pour some concrete today. I'm not super stoked about it. Yesterday, my back was killing me. My back had not hurt that bad in years. I've spent the last several years trying to take better care of myself, doing more yoga, doing little things like water and glass, supplements, vitamins, etc. But I realized I was looking at pictures of myself from 3 years ago. I've gained a lot of weight and I need to address that. And I say that a lot in my videos. And I use the excuse that I live in my van, but I still need to do better. I'm trying and I will. But damn, no. Okay. And it's kind of connected to this video because I'm going to discuss the overall weight issue that our country faces. I've heard different statistics, but if you just said 2/3 of Americans are overweight or obese, that would be an accurate statement. And that's a shocking statement. I think I would fit in that category, to be honest, right now. So I'm actually part of the problem. But I want to go to some interesting places here. So please stick with me. It's going to get weird, but also it's going to connect. Right proportions, wrong dimensions, shifting the distribution. Often when I'm doing my Walmart shopping orders, I live in my van, I do delivery work, I do construction work, if you don't know already. So when I'm in Walmart and I'm doing a shopping order for a customer, a shop and deliver, I will see women wearing all kinds of attire, but specifically attire that, like leggings and the jump, like the super skin tight onesie things. It's crazy. But like essentially skin tight clothing that shows all of their shapes. It's fascinating how, I swear to God, there is a part of my biology that, like, for a split second just takes my eyes to look at the hips and to look at the butt and, assess the fertility. And I swear to goodness, there is a subconscious element to it, but then also there's the conscious reaction to, okay, move on, Andrew. I'm admitting that probably most people wouldn't, but I think it's just nature. And sometimes you just can't help but notice when the assets are out there, we'll say that. But all too frequently, when I make the initial glance, I come to this conclusion that it's like very much the right proportions, but the wrong dimensions. And what I mean by that is just that the ratio of the bosom to buttocks and the hips and everything, it's good. Nature likes it. But the fact that it has expanded from where the human average used to be is a problem, and that's the distribution element. When you think about just a simple bell curve and the distribution from the mean, where most people are going to fit within one standard deviation often, either direction, that's going to cover most of your population. However, we've shifted the whole curve. And I would say maybe not even a shift. Actually, as I'm making this video, I think it's more of a flattening. We've flattened the curve. I don't know, it's interesting. But we're in this place where the average American is overweight. And so while they might have the right shapes, they're just too big. Like, I like booty, don't get me wrong. And I don't even, like, what the fuck is up with this, like, BBL trend? How is that at all? Like, maybe if you're like a white girl with a super flat ass, yeah, maybe get like a butt implant or something. But the badonkadonks that they're creating, it's beyond aesthetically pleasing. I'm getting worked up, I'm sorry, I'm waking up. And that's my own personal judgment, right? Or assessment. And now we're getting into this place of, how do we construct a society and navigate as a society where we should love and accept and not judge people. So I'm trying to make this video not judging people, because I myself am part of the problem, as I've acknowledged. But then also, like, how do we just have this conversation where, like, maybe this isn't a good thing? Like, yes, diversity and the distribution, we should make space for all the possible outcomes of an individual's lifestyle or life. But we should also care about people. It should just be like, care that when you see someone who is unhealthy, that you want to help them. Or if you are living in an unhealthy way, you should care about yourself and want to do better. So we're in this very paradoxical position as a culture where, yes, we should love ourselves and not be like super critical, but at the same time, loving yourself should include health and wellness. And so I hope I've been able to thread all of that together and to sort of start this conversation. Love, acceptance, I get it. I'm right there with you. But, and then there's this whole should thing. I'm going to pause real quick. I'm glad that I remembered that, because that was the final thread that I wanted to weave all of it together. What place in society does the word should, SHOULD, have? And it's a crazy question, I know, but when I'm sitting here saying people should love themselves, people should care about themselves, and I am projecting out what I believe love and care looks like, what merit do my words have? Who cares what I think people should do? Who cares what other people think I should do? A lot of people think I should cut my hair and shave my beard and conform to the toxic paradigm known as the Matrix or whatever society. Our society is so sick, not just physically. The physical manifestation, the physical expression is a manifestation of a deeper sickness. Excuse me, in my opinion. And it's a psychological sickness and a spiritual sickness. We have just been poisoned. And if you've watched my other videos, I say this quite often because it's quite true, physically, mentally, and spiritually. And it's been happening for decades, not just centuries, but actually for millennia. The more you look into recorded history, I like to say recorded history because you can't really know a ton about unrecorded before recorded history. You can speculate, and archaeologists and anthropologists can have ideas, but let's look at recorded history. Humans have consistently been oppressed by religions, banks, and governments. And governments can include like monarchies, so like kings and stuff, not just like governments in the form that you know them, but include kings and queens and that feudal system into the government category. All of human history, we've been manipulated. There may be brief pockets where the manipulation was at a low, but in general, that is a theme that we need to address. And I think it's connected to this overall video of health and wellness, because our health is quite literally being attacked. They are literally putting things in the sky, and they are literally putting things in the crops, and they are literally putting things in the water. And then they are literally putting all this processed shit, and then the pokey pokes. It's fucking warfare out here. And I don't know how I went from talking about women's butts to spiritual warfare, but I did, and I like it. But I think I'll end the video here. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. I think more and more people are waking up, so I think this message might actually resonate with people. I also have merchandise. Not everything's a psyop, but most things are. Check the description for links, for ways to support me as we figure out how to love ourselves while pondering the word should. Much love.